What's going on there, YouTube? Vaping with Twisted 420 has returned. And today, we got some mods to show you folks. Some copper mods. Today, we're going to take a look at the Unicorn mod by Vape Overload. Let's go ahead and have a look at them, why don't we? Alright folks, and we are back once again, and today we got some copper mods to show you folks. Some copper mods that were manufactured in China by a young man named Warren Bailey. Now some people, there's been some controversy over these mods. Warren is a pretty interesting guy. I like him. He's my kind of guy. He cloned the AR mod and made it the original FU. We're going to get to that in another video, but he did it just because VaporHub was being a dick. And I commend him on it. He did shit just because he knew it was going to piss off the people that pissed him off initially. I can dig it. But with these, this is just different. This is, a lot of people have called these Pegasus clones. But at the same time, they're different. They got a lot of different aesthetics. And me personally, I don't give a shit. What they are copper mods. And the 18650 variant and the 26650 variant are $109. This right here is the 18500/18490 version, the SoCal Special Edition, and it's like $129. Okay, that's the price of these cloned, possibly authentic, whatever they are. Okay, instead of sitting here trying to tell you all about the stuff and why he made this and everything, I'm just going to tell you what Warren said. He said, "Why is it okay for a juice maker to go and make Fruit Loops flavor, and then 10 other makers go and clone that exact flavor and call it the same thing? Why are people so willing to buy juice that was cloned as the result of a person spending countless R&D hours just to have someone else say, 'Good idea,' and then clone the taste? That's the boat I'm in. I changed things about the mod from the place it's made to the quality to the design. It's enough to matter, but subtle enough to not change the taste dramatically. It's just smoother and more refined. And last but not least, just say no to clone juice." Warren's a silly fucker. But yeah, I like what he's doing here. They're good mods. The price, if it's worth it or not, that's going to be up to you. $109 for the biggins, $129 for the little one, the special edition, all that good stuff. What I'm going to do is I'm going to tear these mods apart, show them to you, tell you what I like about them, what I dislike, and we're going to voltage drop test them. Does that sound good, people? Yeah? All right then. Let's dive up close and take a look at these fuckers, all right? Alright folks, and here we are with the stuff. Warren got some little extras in here. We got some magnets, some more magnets for the switches. He also has 24 karat gold plated magnets. Interesting. And he's got these pimp tips. Yeah, pimp tips. I can dig it. I can dig it. He also sends all his little accessories in these little dime baggies. Or nickel baggies, depending on where you're located, is how you judge those. Packaging's very interesting. The 26650 came in this tube with a bunch of shredded up money. Warren's silly as shit. I can dig it. Yeah, a lot of shredded up money. And then you got just some random shredded up other stuff for the other thing. I can dig it. I can dig it. Nice, simple packaging. All right, now let's move on to the stars of the show. Oh yeah, I'm running the Cabron RDA on here at the moment. It's pretty nice little dripper. Here are the unicorns, people. I'll show you the big guy right here. Look at that. You got a little unicorn right there. This is number 310 of 1,000. This one is number 2 of 1,000. And this one's number 2 of 100 because it's special, SoCal, all that good stuff. Let's pull this big bitch apart and take a look at it. Let's show you how the stuff works. You got some nice thick threads here. Here's your contact up top, but it's floating. So you screw your Addy on, you're good to go. And then you use this pin to get rid of battery rattle. Pretty simple. Nice threads, everything's everything, all right? Then you got a unicorn on the back of these guys as well. See that? Unicorn. All right. You know, Pegasus, unicorn. Oh, son of a bitch. Sorry about that. Tube. In here, you got your switch. All right, we got the button apart. See, we got some venting down here and some triangles. Not sure what the triangles are about. And then you got a spring. Now, what you also have the option to do is drop in, son of a bitch. You can also drop in these magnets. All right. And that's pretty much all there is to the contact section down there. Let's put that back together. So yeah, there's the switch. I got it put back together, and here's the button. Notice it kind of got like a Versace type situation going on around the sides. I think that button looks real nice. Very sexy little button on this guy. So yeah, that's the 26650. We'll voltage drop test it with this MNKE here in a minute. Let's move on to this 18650, and really we don't have to worry about the 18500 too much. Just a smaller. It's just a smaller mod with SoCal Special Edition on the side. All right, everything's the same. Now let's take a look at the switch over here on the 18650 variant. Now you'll notice the contact on it is a little different. I think that looks cool. A little hexagonal type situation there. Very cool contact. Let me see if I can get this bad boy out. And we also have a spring. Now yeah, it comes with springs, but you also have the option of doing magnets. So that's pretty cool. But the spring has seen, it's a badass spring, whatever it is. It's a tough little fucker. I haven't had any issues with it on low ohm builds and such. Get that fucking contact back in there. And I'll show you the top side of this thing as well. Here's the top cap on the 18650. That's how far I had to back it out to get rid of battery rattle. Pretty good amount of distance there, but it is also floating. As you can see, that little first contact's raised out a little. But yeah, nice threads on these guys. They seem to do pretty good. Really nice for coming out of China, I gotta say, which China has been known to make some good shit from time to time when it comes to mechs. So kudos to those guys. All right, really, there's nothing really to see here. The wheel hasn't been reinvented or anything of that nature. What we're gonna do though is we're gonna find out just how hard these bitches are hitting, because bam, voltage drop test time, y'all. All right, we're just gonna find out what our battery's resting at. I'm using a Samsung 25R. Let's see what we got. .11. All right, that's our starting voltage. It's 4.11. Now let's go ahead and do some voltage drop testing. All right, folks, let's go ahead and test it at 1 ohm. See what we get. Right at 4. Looks like the best reading I got was 4. So that's a 0.11 voltage drop at 1 ohm. Not too shabby. Let's go ahead and switch it to 0.5. 3.90. 3.89. All right, so we're going to go with 3.89. And that gives us a voltage drop of 0.22 at 0.5 ohm. Not too shabby. Not too shabby, little unicorn. Now, so we got what? 0.11 and 0.22 at 1 ohm and 0.5. Let's see what the 26650 does. All right, let's see what this MNKE is resting at. 4.19. All right, 4.19 is our starting voltage. All right, we're going to test it at 1 ohm. 1 ohm, we got 3.96. 0.23 voltage drop at 1 ohm. So. Now let's check it at 0.5. 3.80. All right, 3.80 it is. So at 0.5, you're looking at 0.39 voltage drop. Yeah, so you can see the 18650 fared a bit better than the 26650. I think a lot of that has to do with the battery technology at the moment. Oh, look, I put that bitch on upside down. I'll be down. But yeah, I think once they start getting better batteries for these 26650s, you could probably see them start to do as good as the 18650, but it hasn't disappointed me. It's not horrendous voltage drop, but it's pretty low, pretty high, shall I say. And really, that's all I got to show you, folks. These are some pretty cool mods. They're copper. They got a nice knurling ring. It's easy to grab and lock and unlock. And yeah, they do pretty good. That's what I got for you on these little copper unicorn fellas. I like them. With that being said, we can go ahead and back out, talk on it, and vape on it, folks. Alright folks, and we're back. We just took an up close and personal look at the unicorns, did some voltage drop tests. Now the question is, Twisted, how do they vape? And I gotta say folks, they vape pretty nice. The 26650 doesn't do too bad, but the 18650 does pretty good. They've been vaping nice. Let me have a toke real quick. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. Yeah, it seems to be putting out nice. The little 18650 22mm mod is kind of my go-to because it's smaller. 26650 mods I can get jiggy with, but there's not a whole shit ton of 26650 addies that I like to pair up with them, and just regular addies look goofy on them, but I still rock them sometimes. It's not a super big deal. It's gonna be a lot of debate about them on what you know, maybe it's a clone that's being charged a high price for or something like that, and all this different stuff. I will say they changed some stuff. I like the aesthetics of it, the unicorn logo and the branding on the back. I really like the button. The button's a standout. And I like the little hexagonal contacts. They're pretty neat looking. That was different, I thought. The locking ring's easy to get to, and it's easy to adjust back and forth. Button feels nice. You got the option to throw magnets in there or have a spring, floating top cap, you know, adjustable little whatchamadoodle. Overall, it's a pretty good mod. Now, whether or not this possibly clone, maybe not a clone, stylistically different mod is worth $109. That's up to you guys. I showed you how they roll, you know, I showed you the voltage drop. Tell you what, post a comment in the comment section. Let me know what you guys think. Do you think it's a clone? Do you think it's a revision? Do you think the price is worth it? I'll leave that up to you guys. Either way, they're pretty good mods and I like them. I didn't do a voltage drop test on the 18490 one just because nobody really too much cares if the 18, I don't know. It just doesn't seem like a real big deal to me. Plus, I don't have too many great 18500 batteries. But anyway, the 18650 does great. The 26650 is nice and heavy. They both feel good. They feel like quality mods to be made in China, especially. Like I said, China can still do good stuff. This one's starting to get a patina, as you can see. It's getting a little grungy, so they're not plated. That's a plus. Some people like patina, some people don't. It just depends on what you're into. I'll put the link in the description so you can go take a look at their stuff and their things. Shout out to Warren, super cool guy. Pretty cool mods. Let's see what else he comes up with. That FU is pretty ridiculous, I'll say that. People put a truck on the mod and it held the truck up. It was crazy. It's a real stupid.